What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a preview. We play Fiorentina today in, I want to say, must-win game, but I mean, that kind of, it speaks for itself. It's must-win because Roma play ahead of us against Lazio, and Bologna play ahead of us as well. So they can get closer. Atalanta could get closer with a game in hand. Bologna can actually go over us at this moment in time. So it's a must-win game. I'm recording it before a league espresso, but I don't think that's really important at this moment in time. The thing is, did the win against Lazio help us to kind of kick on for what's left of the next, I don't know, what is it, 8 games to get into top 4/top 5. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to preview the game. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as always, and let's jump straight into it. Okay, so like I said, the big question is, that's why I'm pre-recording it before Allegri's presser, because it doesn't really matter what he's gonna say. It doesn't really matter. Actually, like, I'm gonna go over the lineup, but in reality, it doesn't really matter if he comes out and he says we're gonna play with wingers, and we're gonna set a high line. He's not gonna say those things, but that's not the issue right now. With for the last 8 games, that's not gonna be the reason why we will get Champions League football or not. The reason we will get Champions League football in these last 8 games if these players and this coach come together and they just find ways to win games. Like we found a way to win a game against Lazio. That was in the Coppa Italia. Doesn't help us for the league, obviously. Other than, is it a morale boost? Are these players now like, okay, we won a game finally, a game we actually deserve to win, not the Frosinone type of game where actually at the last seconds we won it and everyone was like, phew, thank God, not that type of win. Against Lazio, it wasn't the best of performances, especially in the first half. But overall, you gave away nothing. That one with Pirin, obviously, but you created enough. You've done enough to win that game without any, hiccups, with no real danger, with no real struggle, in my opinion. So that's it. That's what we were doing in that winning streak. It wasn't good. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't, this is sustainable. It doesn't need to be sustainable now. It needs to be sustainable for like 3-4 games. That's not sustainable. That's just a normal winning streak, for any team. Even a team fighting relegation probably has a 2-game winning streak at this moment in time. So that's what we need right now. We play Fiorentina, who only won 2 games in Serie A this season. I think it was against Frosinone and Lazio, I'm not sure, which is terrible. That's a terrible run. Winning 2 games in Serie A in the new year is terrible. Obviously, they won in the Coppa, they won in the Conference League, I think it is. They fell off. They're 10th in the league. They fell off big time. I've watched them live one time this season. It was early. I think it was September when they were over here in Belgium. They weren't good. They were slow. They can keep the ball well, but they changed. And they changed for the better. However, you might say that's weird because they're 10th and they only won 2 Serie A games in 24. Why? They don't get blown out the park. However, they play a style of football. They play a high line at times, and I don't think they have the center backs. I don't think they have the back line for it. It looks awkward at times. It looks out of place. It looks not in line, literally, with what it should be. Like, look at the Milan game. They got caught up, and they paid for it because they played a good game. They should have won. They should not have lost that game against Milan, but that line, that back line, you can get at them. You really can get at them, and that has been their issue right now. That's, if you look at Fiorentina the last couple of weeks, that has been the issue. Now, the games they play, if you just look at the games since 2004, I wrote them down. They lost against Sassuolo. Then the Coppa Italia, I don't really mind that. They drew against Udinese. They lost against Inter, lost against Lecce, beat Frosinone, lost against Bologna, drew Empoli, won against Lazio, drew Torino, drew Roma as well, which was okay at the time, I guess. They lost against Milan, and now on the week they won against Atalanta. I didn't have the time to watch the full game, so I watched extended highlights. They were good. They were really good throughout that game. Atalanta had a chance, but they had chances enough. They played a very good game. They were aggressive, and they did what he had to do. Now, lately, when they come to the stadium, they take the game to us. They will do that again. They have absolutely nothing to lose. The pressure is on us, and the key for us is to get in front. We need that first goal. We desperately need to get ahead, because that, I think, on Tuesday we played against Lazio. We played against Lazio. It was extremely clear that these players need to play on the front foot. If they get behind, they are completely lost. And you can see that Chiesa goal, and after that Chiesa goal, we can keep the ball. And actually, players can bop it around at times. Almost like weird. So it is, or not weird, it is a confidence boost. That's what I said. I don't care if Allegri comes out and says, Yildiz is going to play wingers this, wingers that, pivot midfield. Like, I don't care about these things because it's 8 games. It's not going to be a factor right now. What's going to be a factor is belief. Belief, and you get belief by going one goal up. That's what it's basically going to be, because we need that win, because I'm pretty sure Bologna is going to win. And I'm actually pretty sure that Roma is going to win the derby against Lazio at home as well. I've seen Lazio. I think Roma have more firepower. I think that's what's going to be the difference in the game. I think Roma have just more firepower, and that's why they're going to win that game. That's just as simple as that. I don't think Lazio are ready to face Roma at this moment in time, in a derby. But I could be wrong, but I think Roma and Fiorentina are going to win. I don't know who Atalanta face this weekend. So Bologna play away to Frosinone. Frosinone do need points, but man, they are horrible at the back. They are horrible at the back. And Atalanta play away to Cagliari. Yes, Cagliari need points, but you expect Atalanta to win. So we desperately need to win. Line up. Like I said, it's recorded before the presser, so if anyone gets injured, I don't know, So I'm going to go off the premises that everybody is fit right now. Chesney in goal. Pirin played, got the rest. Chesney is obviously back. I think it's going to be Danilo. It's going to be Bremer, and it's going to be Gatti, who is suspended for the Coppa Italia return leg, and it's gonna be Gatti. So I think that's gonna be the back line on Sunday evening. What I also think is that Cambiaso is gonna play over here. Kostic is gonna retain his place in the team. I'm pretty sure about that. Locatelli, Rabiot, and you might say, wait, I've seen this before, and yeah, like we've seen this before. That's what it's gonna be. I think I don't think he's gonna do any weird things. I don't think he's gonna make some weird decisions. That's not okay. I cannot move Vlahovic for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, because I know why. Because I messed it up. Because Vlahovic, that wasn't Vlahovic. So Vlahovic over here. McKennie was this one, obviously. McKennie, and then Chiesa top. I don't think there's going to be changes. I think that's just going to be the lineup. I think that's what's going to be the lineup. Like I said, do I want to see Junior play? Yes. Do I want to see Yildiz in the team? Yes. It's too late for that. It's too late. It's just win the game, find a way to win the game, and that's about it. So that's what it's gonna be. What the lineup is gonna be. That back line needs to have a solid game. Locatelli, Rabiot, McKennie need to have a hold of that midfield, and up front, Chiesa and Vlahovic are gonna need to do what they did on Tuesday. The first real chance they got, they put it away. That's what they're gonna need to do, and that's it. I don't expect champagne football. I just want to see control against Lazio and just do enough to actually create a couple of chances so you can put them away. That's what I'm asking for. Fiorentina will bring the game to us. It will be a battle in midfield. We need to win that because, I cannot stress the line Fiorentina play at the back. It's not ideal, and the players are not really ideal for it as well. So you're gonna have some space in the back. It's okay. Is maybe Cambiaso or Kostic, are these players going to find the spacing, and can Chiesa run into it again, and can Vlahovic finish whatever he's going to get served up at this moment in time? So that's about it. I predict, I'm going to be optimistic. So I'm going to predict a 2-1 win for us. So here we go. People were moaning about not being optimistic. So I want to be optimistic. 2-1, and we keep it moving. We keep it moving, and we go again, I guess. So that's my prediction. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys later tonight for the post game.